Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for being here learning with me. Today we will check out some new word clusters. You will learn not only grammar but also vocabulary, sentence structure, all these good things. So don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, a question, anything you want. I appreciate the interaction. I answer to everything also. 2 weeks ago, I left a question in my community post and a picture, and I asked you, where do you think I am? I am in the country where our ruby is coming from. One person guessed Austria, but that was not right, but thanks for guessing. The right answer was Spain. Yeah, I was in Spain. And this is why today I want you to learn some words that are connected with Spain, but not in the way that you might think. Yeah, they're really useful and practical, and they're getting used in many different situations or also in different patterns. So let's go. We will, like always, use the vocabulary notebook. You can use this vocabulary notebook to really learn your nouns and the articles. Knowing the right articles from the beginning will be such an A game for you, I promise. Nothing is almost more important than knowing the gender of your words. With this notebook, you can step by step fill it in with your words, and on the top you see nominative, accusative, dative, and genitive, and you will always have the articles there. You will learn them, and soon enough it will be super natural for you to use the right terminologies. The book is available on my Gumroad, of course. Thanks for the support, and I hope you enjoy it. So our first word is der Flughafen. Yeah, because to arrive in Spain you need the airplane, mostly, not always, of course. It's male, so we have here Flughafen. No need to write the article because the whole section here is for their words, and the plural would be Flughäfen. So when we have this kind of location words, it's always good to check out some prepositions and make sentences in this area. So the easiest thing or the most common thing we would say is wir fahren morgen zum Flughafen. Ja? Tomorrow we are going to the airport. Wir fahren morgen zum Flughafen. Zum, you see it here. Zu always needs dative. You see the zu and the M is super visible, in my opinion at least. And when you see the long version of Flughafen, zu dem, you see immediately, ah ja, klar, here it is, yeah? And so, this is the idea. Word for word, you will learn the really important articles. Another sentence would be, for example, Tante Paula wartet schon am Flughafen. Ja? Tante Paula wartet schon am Flughafen, meaning Aunt Paula is waiting at the airport. Am Flughafen. Warten is not a movement, so therefore we have am. Also dative, but this time not because of the preposition being a dative one, but because warten is not a movement. If you struggle with this kind of grammar, I have full A1, A2 grammar courses, check them out. Everything you need to know is there. Both of them are dative, so we can make our cross here. Okay, let's go to the next one. So we go to the female area, K. Okay, what do we have here? Kälte, Kerze, Krise. Aha, interesting. Good, this is from other videos, of course. This is where I say step by step your book will be filled. So we have here Kunst. Yeah, Kunst means literally art. The plural, Künste. But be careful, don't use it too much, because when you talk about art, you use it more in singular. For example, I give you an easy one at the moment so you can see. When you say, ich liebe Kunst, this is a correct sentence. I love art. But you could also say, ich liebe die Kunst. Ich liebe die Kunst. This is a little more emphasized, a little more definite, yeah? Both is correct. Er liebt die Künste. Now, what does it mean? It means more of fine art things. He loves fine art. We do not mean like 3 or 4 different painter or something like that. It's not like this, but it's abstract abstract expression. Yeah. So when you think about art, I want you to think of different usages. So it can be the abstract, as I said, the abstract expression for aesthetic pieces of art. Yeah. So let's say art as a whole. Let's say it like this. Yeah. But it can also be the skills to do something. To do something. I give you an example. We can say, Kochen ist eine echte Kunst. Yeah. Cooking is a real art, a form of art because it's difficult, yeah, like this. So, or you can say, er besitzt die Kunst, schnell Freunde zu finden. Yeah, he has the skill to find friends quickly and stuff like this. So it's not only art as a aesthetic building of things, okay? And the last one, I don't want you to overthink it, but I don't want to leave things out also. It is the opposite of nature. Yeah. If you know a little more German, a little more adjectives, you know that künstlich. Künstlich means human-made and artificial. Yeah. This is why we have also this expression, but we don't have to do it now. Yeah. It's too much. But I give you another example here. Ich verstehe moderne Kunst nicht. Yeah, just an example. I don't understand modern art. So, let's check out our crosses. Okay, ich liebe die Kunst. Die Kunst here is accusative. In the second one also. Then we have nominative, so no cross here. And then again, accusative. Yeah, I don't understand art. Ah, yeah, I have a fourth one also, but this is quite easy. It's art lessons. Art lessons or art courses, yeah. So in school, when we said nach Mathe, so meaning nach dem Matheunterricht, but it's a more youth language, nach Mathe habe ich 2 Stunden Kunst, yeah. And we mean actually Kunstunterricht, but we don't say it like this. We say just Kunst. Ich habe Kunst. Okay, and this is also accusative, yeah. Let's go to the next one. So this time I could not go because it was too cold, but if you are in Spain, you have to go to the beach. To the beach. Strand. Der Strand. Like this. Our plural, Strände. Okay, this is easier than the art thing. It's more grasping, so we will not have any issues. Let's make a sentence or two. Since we have a location again, the first sentences will be easy with direction and static verbs. Wir gehen an den Strand. Yeah, typical. We go to the beach. And wir entspannen uns am Strand. We are relaxing at the beach. Yeah. This is always important because the prepositions change and you need to learn this a little bit by heart. 1 second. Let's make it smaller. And maybe we can also say, kommt ihr gerade vom Strand? Are you coming from the beach? Okay, so now we can also make a nice plural form, maybe a little more complex. For example, an den Stränden von Spanien sieht man nur Touristen. Yeah, it's not the truth, of course. Locals also go, but just a nice sentence. An den Stränden. So, plural because it's a general term, and we also mean more than one. Yeah, we mean all the beaches. By the way, if you are also in German-speaking area, sometimes they take the word beach from other languages. So you can see maybe someone writing beach something something, or in Spanish you would have the playa, and the Germans would also say literally, that's why I'm saying it to you, wir wollen heute zur Playa Grande. Even the Germans might say it if it's a fixed name. And why do I say this to you? Because we also need articles, even if it sounds stupid, yeah? Okay, let's make our crosses and go to the next one. Wir gehen an den Strand, ist Akkusativ, ja, Movement. Wir entspannen uns am Strand, ist definitely Dativ. Kommt ihr gerade vom Strand? Vom ist Dativ, even though it's a movement. Sorry about that. An den Stränden ist also Dativ, but plural, yeah, you see it here, Dativ, plural. And wir wollen heute zum Playa Grande would also be Dativ. Before we go to the next one, let's give you a Genitiv because it's not so often. Mm, Der Sand des Strandes ist wunderschön. Wunderschön. Der Sand des Strandes. The sand of the beach. Sand, Strand. Really similar. And of course, when you want to make a genitive also, you can, I don't know, you can make a G here, or you can make a G here. It's your notebook. You can do it the way you want. The next word is also male, so we stay in the der area, and it is Platz. Der Platz. Okay? So let's write it here. That's too big. Let's do it like this. Der Platz. And in plural, we have Plätze. Okay? So now for the translation and the usage, of course, the first thing that comes in mind when you speak English or in your mother language as well, you would say it is place, the place. Okay? But it's not always only this meaning because it can also mean the space. Not the space in the sense of galactical space, yeah, but you can say, oh, here in this bus we have a lot of space, yeah. I give you some sentences in a second. And another one that's more detailed, or we can only use it for one thing. When we talk to a dog and we say, sit down, yeah, sit, like this, only for dogs, yeah, or for animals. Dogs only. Let's write it like this, yeah? And of course, you can also say place, but it can also mean seat, yeah? For the cinema or for the airplane and so on. So you see, Platz is quite useful and not only one dimension. So why did I choose Platz concerning Spain? Because we have many famous places that have literally this word. I will give you an example. Der Plaza Mayor, ja, ist ein öffentlicher Platz in Madrid. Okay, so the Spanish people or Spanish-speaking people, they use plaza for place, one of many meanings. So our example says, the Plaza Mayor is a public place or a public space in Madrid. The other thing I just said would be, for example, in Flugzeugen, let's make it plural. In Flugzeugen hat man oft wenig Platz. Okay? In airplanes, one often has not so much space or place. Yeah, depends how you translate it. But it's this free space for your legs and so on. Another one where number 4 is applying. Ist der Platz noch frei? Yeah. Is the seat free? Here we have, I can also write it here. If you have it in your notebook, you can make a cross-reference, of course, with the page number and so on. It is the same as der Sitz, yeah, the seat in this example. And of course, I can give you some nice Komposita. We have Parkplatz, yeah. Parkplatz, der Parkplatz, it's male because Platz is male, means parking space. Sitzplatz, the seat. Sitzplatz, it has literally both words in it. What else can we say? Arbeitsplatz. Arbeitsplatz. I could do a whole video about Platz, to be honest. Arbeitsplatz means the workplace, yeah, but also the job. Ich brauche einen neuen Arbeitsplatz. I need a new job, job position, job. Yeah, like this. Then we can say Fußballplatz. Fußballplatz. Football field, yeah, there it's more of a field. And so on, yeah. So many, many things. Let's do our crosses. Der Plaza Mayor ist ein öffentlicher Platz. Das ist Akkusativ. In Flugzeugen hat man oft wenig Platz. Again. Ist der Platz noch frei? Ist Nominativ. So no cross. Genau. Let's make also a dative one just to make it a little bit more complete or for you easier. We can say, an diesem Platz stellen wir noch ein Regal hin. Okay? On this place, we will put later a shelf. An diesem Platz. Okay? So an diesem Platz ist Dativ. You can see it's super nice, yeah, with the M here. An diesem Platz. And here it is synonymous or similar with either der Bereich, this area, or die Stelle also. Yeah. So many options are available, and now you know this one, and you can put it to use. And the last one, we have something female. So we go to our red area. Let's make it a little bigger. We have Landschaft. Landschaft. And the plural Landschaften. Literally can mean landscape, but it can also mean, depending on the context, like nature. Of course, we have Natur as nature, but the view also, even if we have Aussicht, but Landschaft can mean all of those things also. So let's say Landschaft, but also the scenery, yeah, the scenery. And theoretically, to have this nature aspect, we could also say countryside. But as I said, the context is important. Let's make some examples. So the most typical thing to say actually would be, was für eine schöne Landschaft, yeah? What a beautiful scenery, what a beautiful views, landscape, and so on. Was für eine schöne Landschaft. Another one, we could also say, tausende Touristen, to stay in the tourism area, ja, kommen nur, um sich die berühmte Landschaft anzusehen. Ja, this is a little longer, a little more complex, but why not? So thousands of tourists are only coming in order to see the famous landscape, for example. And the third one, because landscape or Landschaft does not only mean the literal landscape. I want to give you another sentence to try to understand what it means. Das Internet revolutionierte die Medienlandschaft. And now it depends what your level is. You will think, hä, die Medienlandschaft? Media has an own landscape? No, it's not like that. It is, we can make it here as number 2 if you want. And this one is, let's say, number 1. It means the pattern of something, yeah, as a whole, okay? So the way something is constructed. In English, I think the best way to understand it would be to say the world of something, the world of. Yeah. So, Konsumlandschaft, the world of consumption, Presselandschaft, the world of press, Medienlandschaft, all this kind of things is the world of. So this makes a little bit of sense. World, landscape, it all comes together. Yeah. So let's put our crosses. Was für eine schöne Landschaft would be Akkusativ because of the für. 1000 Touristen kommen, um sich die Landschaft anzuschauen, is also Akkusativ. And the last one is also, yeah? Revolutionieren needs Akkusativ. This is it for today. Thanks for being here, learning with me. I'm sure you learned something new, a new expression, a new vocabulary, even a new grammar. Everything is important to elevate your German, of course, and your learning process. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out my other stuff. I have A1, A2, vocabulary, grammar series. I have B1 in my premium member. I have so many formats. You will learn German here if you really want it. Yeah, so don't worry about that. Watch the content, do the exercises, interact with me, and you will be fine. I promise. I will see you very soon. Bye.